Hello friends, in the present video we'll understand the concept of issue and pricing of material under which simple and weighted average method we will discuss in the present video. And we will do some solved problems we will do two problems of the university. In the same way, the earlier video is also available. In that issue of pricing of material, LIFO and FIFO method with introduction and basic concept has been covered. So that video link I will share in the I button as well as in the description box. You can watch that video for better understanding sake before watching this video. Right, we will proceed with the solving the problems. So simple average method is very easy and simple to calculate, and the most important limitation the simple average method is having is in the high degree of fluctuation in the prices. In such a case, the method of simple average is not accurate and will not be adopted and will not give us the accurate results of the material value of material, sorry. So we will proceed with the question. So when you see the question, this question we have taken, and this question we will do in two methods, that is simple as well as weighted, in the same video. So now we will read the question and understand. The following transaction took place in respect of an item of material. We have given date, receipt of quantity, issue of quantity, then rate of issue of quantity, right? So further, the issue receipt is given 400 and 500, the different rates, that is 2.20, 2.40, and issue is given. Then further we are asked to record the above transaction in the store's ledger, price the issue according to simple as well as weighted average method, right? So we'll take up the solution. So I have taken question again for the quick review sake. So when we wanted to do the solution, so already in the earlier video, as I told you, I have explained the procedure of preparation of table, right? So in this video also you can see, but explanation was given in the earlier video, you can watch even. So when we come to the solution, first we'll take up the simple average method, then we will draw the table which contains date column, then three major column, that is receipt, that is received, issued, and balance, right? So further, the columns are: received column will be as quantity, unit cost, that is rate per unit, or and total. Even three columns will be made. In the issue also three, that is quantity, rate per unit, that is total. In the balance even the same way, right? So then we will start the problem. What is the first date? That is year is 1986. The date is 1st January 1986. What is the quantity that is received? We have purchased 400 units, cost is 2.20, and the summation comes to 880 rupees. So we will not write anything in the issued column and directly will go to the balance column and the record the same way 400, and cost per unit we don't record because we need to make a simple average while issuing the material. So we will leave the cost, that is 400, and cost per unit is blank and amount, right? And some author says that cost per unit even you can write, but better not to write for better understanding sake. Then next, January 8th, we are purchasing 500 units at the rate of 2.40, that comes to 1200. Issue is nil. And most important, while writing the quantity, we have written 900 units. How we got 900? Already we had 400 units. Now in the 8th January, we purchased 500. So 400 plus 500 comes to 900 units. Then already the cost 880 we had for 400 units. Now it is 1200 units is the cost of 500 units. Summation comes to 2080 rupees is the cost. So we have added units as well as we have added the cost of the balance of quantity and new purchase quantity, right? This thing you need to bear in mind. And next date is Jan 12th. On the date we are issuing the material, how much quantity we are issuing? 300 units, right? So the most important is when we are issuing the material, then we need to calculate the issue price, at which price we are issuing. So for that sake, we will come to the working note. There it is the issue price of 800 units is calculated. How we calculated? That is 2.20 plus 2.40. Why did we add these two? Because when we wanted to issue material, uh, 300 units, then what will happen? It should be issued at a simple average price. So that's the reason why when you see the slot of 9, so the balance of material what we have 900 units and 2080 is the cost. So this 900 unit containing two slots of material at 2.20 and 2.40. So therefore what we are doing, we are making the summation of these two prices, that is 2.20 and 2.40, and divided by 2, that is simple average we are doing. We are getting a new price, that is 2.30. At this price we will issue, so we will take the issue price 2.30. So this is the way we need to calculate the issue price. Then we will get total 690, right? So like this is the issue of material will be calculated in simple average. Then what is the balance? Out of 900 we have issued 300, leftover is 600. Out of 2080 we have charged, the issue price is 690 and the balance is 1390, right? So like this we need to calculate the balance even. So we need to deduct the quantity from quantity, cost from the cost, right? So next date is 15th Jan. On the date what we are doing, again we are issuing how many units? 200 units. Issue price, again we will take the same price, right? That is uh, 2.30. Like working note issue 200 units, the same way we have done 2.20 plus 2.40 divided by 2. Why we are doing? Because the two types of material only we have, right? So that's the reason why this is the way we need to make the simple average. We have calculated the cost the same way. Units should be deducted from unit, that is 600 minus 200, we will get 400 units. Then issue the price will be left blank, and cost 1390 minus 460, that is 930 we will get, right? So like this we need to calculate the balance of material. Again the next date is Jan 20th. We are purchasing how many units? 600 units at the rate of 2.80. Total cost is 1680. Then issue is nothing. When it comes to the balance, 1000 we have written. Why 1000? Because already we had 400 and purchases 600, 100, 1000. And cost is 930 plus 1680 together with 2610, that is 2610. So like this the cost will be recorded. Now the next date, 27th Jan, what is happening on this date? We are issuing 400 units. The most important, 400 units we are issuing, at what price we need to charge? So far we have purchased in the beginning 400 plus 500, 900. After that we have issued 300 and 200. So how much we have issued out of 900? If you see, already we have issued 500, right? So we have to consider FIFO method here. In the FIFO method, first in first out, therefore out of 400, first the slot which we have purchased, of that the 400 entirely over. So that's the reason why what we have to do while calculating the issue price of the 400 units, that now we are doing, how to take, that is 2.20 price we have not taken. Why? Because the material 2.20, that is at 400 units which we have purchased at 2.20, the first material is already over issued in the form of 300 units and 200 units. So leftover quantity of 1000 units consists of 500 units purchased as well as 600 units purchased at a price of 2.40 and 2.80. Therefore we are taking these prices only, right? This is the basic thing you need to bear in mind. So that's the reason why the price we have taken, issue price is 400 units, is issue price is 2.40 plus 2.80 whole divided by 2, that is summation, simple average we made. We got a new price, that is 2.60, that we have taken. So at that price we will issue. So quantity will be 400, 2.60 and 1040 will be the issue price. Then the balance comes to 600, that is 1000 minus 400 we have already issued. Then summation would be, cost would be 2610 minus 1040, we will get 1570. This is the way we need to do the simple average method. So when you come to the closing stock value, 600 units we have at the rate of 1570 is the cost of the material. So this is the way we need to do the problem of simple average, right? Then we will take up the next method, that is weighted average method. This is the more appropriate and scientific method which will be used in case of high degree of fluctuation in the prices even. So same question we have taken, and how to do the weighted average method we will understand. So same way solution we have started doing, the same format we have drawn, the same way date, receipt, issue and balance, quantity, cost per unit, the same way we have taken in the earlier simple average even, the same way we have drawn. Then further we will directly proceed with the issue, what we call recording the transaction. On 1st January we have purchased 400 units, 2.20, this is common. Here we are recording cost per unit even, that is most important you need to understand. 2.20 we are recording cost per unit even, so 880. Again we have purchased 500 units at the rate of 2.40. The same way balance will be again the same way, 900 units, that is 400 earlier we had at this 500, and cost is 2080. Now the most important is working note. What is this working note? How we are calculating the cost per unit? Here we are calculating the cost per unit, that is the total cost 2080 divided by total units are 90. So we are arriving at a new cost price, that is 2.311. This is the issue price. This we are calculating for the sake of issue of material. Mostly you try to bear in mind the weighted average method is most applicable in case of liquid kind of a material. Some containers, drums will be there, all the material will be poured in the drums which purchase at a various prices. Then the weighted average price method will be more appropriate, right? So like this, the total cost will be divided by the total number of units, will get the new price of the material, that is weighted average price, right? That is 2.311. So this is the way we need to calculate, bear in mind. Next date we are issuing the material 300 units, then the same issue price is already available, that is 2.311, which we have calculated new price. With the help of that we have issued the material, that comes to 693. Then balance of material 900 minus 300, that is 600. The summation 2080 minus the R, directly we can calculate, that is 2.311 into, we will get the same 1387. Some 1 rupee 2 rupee difference will get, that is ignorable, right? Then again we have purchased the material 200 at the rate of, so again we have issued the material 200 at the rate of 7, same 2.311, and the balance will be recorded 400 at the rate of 2.311. This is the quantity we are having, 400, and at the rate of 2.311, and amount is 925. So like this we need to calculate. Next most important, we are purchasing 600 unit here at the rate of 2.80, 1680. Now 400 we had and the 600, total 1000. When you come to the cost, 925 plus cost 925 plus 1680 comes to 2605. This amount will be written. Then we will calculate the new price, that is weighted average price, that is 2605 divided by 1000, that is 2.605. So this will be written 2.605 new rate of the material, right? So next date will be, this is the way of we need to, whenever any addition, whenever you purchase new material, the new rate will be calculated, bear in mind. So Jan 27th we are issuing material 400, that is 2.605, 1042, then balance is 600 units, 2.605 and 1563. When you come to the stock, closing stock, we have 600 units valued at 1563. So this is the way we need to do both the methods, that is simple and weighted average method. I hope I made you understand, right, the basic crux and this concept of simple and weighted average. See, I have given high degree of priority in solving the problem. I have not mentioned theoretical concepts in it, right? Please understand how to simply work out the problem in the university examination. Thank you very much for watching my video, and please do subscribe my channel Mentor the Trusted Guide and motivate me to make more qualitative videos. Thank you very much.